freedom.
What is happening, Magnusites? Shit. Time for the Q&A that all you punk some of them bitches have been begging me for. I set this shit up. I don't know how early it was. I know I set it up earlier, right? When I set it up, I noticed I had like 6 questions because the site gives you like 6 questions that you can answer for people on your own right away. And now I have 81 questions. Jesus Christ. Let me get my mouse. All right. So I can scroll through these. Now look. Actually, let me get my pillow too. So I got a nice soft chair to sit in. I need to get me a new computer chair. Because, yeah. So, depending on how y'all like this, I'll do more Q's and A's, alright? Alright, so, let's begin, shall we? Number 1. Actually, let's just go through these. Let's see. If you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Well, I'm just going to say fruit for now. I love fruit. Huge fruit fan. Fruit keeps you young. Fruit keeps you healthy. And, yeah. Do you already have an ask Chinese, takeout, or pizza? Fuck, that's a hard one. Pizza. Because I probably eat more pizza than I do Chinese. So I'll say pizza, but by a very small margin. Have you seen the Fantastic Four yet? No. Okay, and I'm going to either go see it tonight or I'm going to go see it tomorrow. And I will have your review up. But I heard it's terrible, nigga. How's your day going? It's going very well. I just got off the phone with a friend. We had a nice, long conversation. Very intellectual. It was a very interesting conversation. Is there one country that you would love to visit, and what country would that be? At this point right now, I would probably say, if I had to pick a country to visit, it would be Japan. And it's probably because all the coolness connected with Japan. Anime and samurais and ninjas and hadokens and shoryukens and kamehamehas. And just the culture, it seems pretty cool, you know. It's just something about it. It's just in American pop culture, Japanese culture is really fucking cool, you know. So that's probably why. Next, let's see here. Why does the page end here? Hold on, let me refresh the page. Let me refresh this. All right. There we go. There they all are. Okay, so. All right. Okay, so here's one. Hey, Tyrone. 1, do you still speak to Sarah? Yeah, from time to time. Because of Lucky, we speak. We actually take care of him jointly. He lives with her, so anytime he has any issues, I talk to her about that. So that's our main line of communication. We actually shared certain things financially also, so we took care of those things together, so that's why we stayed in touch. What kind of foods, number 2, what kind of foods can I eat to gain mass? Because I want to start working out and eating really healthy. I'm not really the guy to ask that because I don't believe in that anymore. I believe in staying lean and trim. I believe bulk just adds too much strain to the human heart. And that's the reason why bodybuilders don't really live that much longer than regular Americans. All that weight is a strain on the system. He says he's a very lean, athletic. Stay lean and athletic in my point of view. Bruce Lee had it right. Lean, fast, and athletic. Are you going to visit Hawaii someday? Yes, because all the damn pictures look like paradise. And I am into paradise. I've always visualized myself spending the rest of my days practicing kamehamehas on the shores of my own private tropical clear-watered island with sun and birds and fruits of immortality and just a beautiful woman by my side and all that stuff. Just, yes. So, yes, I will be visiting Hawaii. Next question, do you love me? Yes, I do. I love all of you. Next, can I recommend you some videos, epic video reactions? Yes, always send them to my Facebook fan page. You can post them on the timeline there, or you can send them to my YouTube channel. That's it. Those are the places that I prefer. I don't like when you send me requests to Instagram or any other place. Send them to Facebook and to YouTube. How old are you and where are you from? I'm from Beverly, New Jersey, and I am 38. Most anticipated film of 2016. Really? 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 Magnesites, I'm going to let you answer that for this Magnesite in the questions below. Honestly, how big is your ... channel compared when you started way back in 2012? I mean, how huge is the community and how does it feel? It's vast now. It's vast. I mean, there were only, I remember at one point looking at my subs at a point where it was like 56 of you guys. And you're really following me hard, and I talked about wrestling, and you really liked me. And it's just now, it's grown into this like, literally like an empire that I have to be much more responsible with governing. You know, it's different, man. There's a responsibility that comes with being influential to a lot of different people, but that many different people. So, you know, in a way, I feel as though I have to watch and do what I say because people are impressionable to people that they watch on TV or whatever. And I'm not saying that to put myself on a pedestal. I'm just saying I know how it is. So, you know, I watch myself, but you still get the real me. It's just, you know, I watch what I say. Like, you know, when you talk to kids, you can only say certain things because y'all can take that to heart. Did you see Fantastic Four? No, I didn't. What do I look for in a woman? Also, love your videos, man. Keep it up, bro. I look for beauty, because without that, there is no sexual attraction. I look for intelligence. We need to have stimulating conversation that lasts us the rest of our life. I look for a woman that's into health and being healthy, because if I'm going to love you for the rest of my life, I need to be able to do that for a long time, because I plan on doing it myself. I like a woman with a sense of humor. A woman with a sense of humor means we can laugh together and split our sides while having those intellectual conversations. And those are just four of the things that I look for in a woman. So beauty, intelligence, health conscious, and a sense of humor. Also like a lady, a classy lady, a woman who you're not afraid to introduce to your friends or family, a woman that you're proud of in public and in private. She's your everything, and that encompasses sophistication and classiness in a lady. Yeah, so those are my 5 major things. Next. Hello, Tyrone Magnus from Germany. I'm a big fan of you since 2013 when I watched your trailer reaction. I hope you will become one day a part of the Justice League or any other superhero. But my question is, what are the first 3 things when you think about Germany? Best regards. Well, I mean, come on, you know. Because of America, growing up in America, you know, you're usually thinking, you know, Nazis. It's truth. I've heard that other people in other countries, like when they think United States, they think like arrogance, and you know, it's not that I think Germans are bad people. I'm just, from what I learn on TV, it's from what I see on TV. It makes you think automatically Nazis, Volkswagen, I don't know, you know what I mean? And cool accents. I don't know, you know, it's and Arnold Schwarzenegger, actually. Yeah, so, and don't take that in a bad way. It's just what we see on TV, you know. Let's see, Marcus from Germany. You just asked me that, didn't you? Yeah, okay. You sent that twice. You sent it 3 times. God damn, man, only sent it once. Another question. What's the most embarrassing thing I've done? Most embarrassing thing that I've done, I walked out of my room butt-ass stark naked, ding-a-ling slinging, hanging heavy, and my mom was standing right there. Yes, the most embarrassing thing of my life. Actually, that's in one of my storytelling videos. I have to find it because I got over 3,000 videos now, so I gotta find it. Next, first off, congrats on the success. You deserve all of it, considering how cool you are with fans and how you constantly entertain us. My question is, how did you find out you wanted to do voiceovers? You do impressions as well and have great acting abilities. Was it just natural? Yes, it was natural. Growing up, me and my brother watched a lot of TV, and I was just, it's funny that you asked this because I was just thinking about this the other day. Around the seventh, it was either the tail end of seventh or the beginning of eighth grade, I got this voice. Imagine that, seeing a seventh or eighth grader with this voice. And I remember being able to do certain voices on TV that I, of course, hadn't been able to do because I was a little boy. I sounded like my mom sometimes. Like, people would call the house, and I would answer, and they would think it was my mom. So I had one of those voices as a kid. I sounded like my mom. And over time, I just, when I would tell stories, I would do the impression as I'm telling the story, just because I'm trying to be authentic. Just like, sometimes you telling stories and you tell me, yeah, so Jeff said, yeah, and, your friends start laughing because it was a good impression of Jeff. That's how Jeff talks, That's how I did with superheroes and cartoons and everything. And I realized, hey, I got something here. And I've always been entertained by myself. I even do it from time to time as a damn adult because I can do so many voices. Sometimes I'll play out scenarios of how certain characters would act when they meet or whatever. Or I'll just play through scenarios, that are favorite scenes in my movies. Shit, I could be getting out of my car, walking into Wegmans to get some damn soup, for lunch. You know what I mean? I could just be thinking to myself, I don't believe it. My mighty foot soldiers beaten by a bunch of turtles. I can just think that to myself or say that under my breath. It's just me. It's just what I do. Are you planning on doing more collabs soon with other reactors? I have no plans with any other reactors, but I am definitely open to them and will be doing them in the future when offered or if I come at anybody else. Would you rather Iron Man be killed or recast? Recast, not killed. He is a quintessential cool fucking character. Are you planning on doing more collabs soon? Just answer that. Will you ever get a new house or apartment? Of course. That is next. That is next on the agenda. Looking at something very nice. I should be there by next year because I'm making... See, at this point in my life with me being more successful now and things starting to happen, you no longer settle. I'm going to get what I want. There's a particular type of house I want, or I'm going to get a condo. I'm not sure yet. When you rule the world with an iron fist, can I be one of his highest ranking soldiers? Well, that would depend on what you do for Magnificentia. Through your good deeds, you will be promoted. Would you ever consider checking out Lucha Underground? Personally, I find it to be the new standard that I compare wrestling to. Yeah, I would check it out. Send me some links and I'll check it out. I just never think to, y'all. It's not that I'm not interested. I just never think to. When do you think you will reach 1 million subscribers, and when do you want it? Well, depending on how things go for me, no one knows what the future holds, but I think I'll get there. If not this year, definitely next year. If not this year, definitely next year. Because the growth is exponential. It's snowballing. And I get thousands of subscribers every day now. So eventually, I'll get to that point. When do you think we'll reach 1 million? And just ask me that. Kiss, marry... Kiss one, marry one, kill one. Caitlyn Jenner, Kourtney Kardashian, Mariah Carey. Jesus Christ. Kiss one, marry one, kill one. I'm marrying Kourtney. That's all I'm saying. Because then y'all gonna get me in hot water for any other answers. And I'm not answering. I don't like this answer because you put me in a bad position. I'm marrying Courtney. That's it. Anyway, hello, Tyrone. I've always wanted to ask you, what is it like being a black man in USA? I am personally black myself, but I've grown up in England, and I want to see how it is when compared to USA. Many thanks. If you respond to this question, 1 million subscribers, woo. Well, I don't have anything else to compare it to, man. You talk to some black men, they'll say that they experience a lot of racism. I haven't experienced a lot of racism in my life, although I do know it's there. I've experienced a little bit, but it's actually pretty cool because over here, black people are considered the standard for cool. Black men are really at the same time being a quote unquote threat. We're also looked at as virile, good looking, manly, studly, cool. A lot of things are taken from the style of black men and implemented in pop culture that other men just take it for themselves. So I think, tell you the truth, I think it's actually really cool being black and a black man, and I wouldn't trade it. Sometimes, would you try being white? I don't. It might be cool to be white, but I really do like being black. There's something about it over here in America that I don't know. I just like being black. Anyway, if you could time travel, where would you go? I would go back to. I would go back to 91, and I would have a conversation with myself and my mom. That would be where I would go. That's the most important to me because hindsight is 20/20, and there are a lot of things I want to tell the younger me to totally speed up the process with how long it took me to learn a lot of things. And I like to meet my mom just to talk to her again, and also tell her what she needs to do to stay healthy and to stay in my life, so that when I get back, everything will be the way I want it to be. So that's what I would do. Let's see. View more questions. Let's see. All right, Tyrone. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I've got a question for you. With Ric Flair's voice, everybody knows that a YouTube career is ephemeral, and I mean, you're 38, not so young for a YouTuber. Will you return to a real job one day? Never. And do you think to build a family with a wife, have children, and all of that? It's funny, I was just talking to my friend I was talking to about that. I don't know when I'm going to have children. I don't know. Okay, it's a possibility it's going to happen, and I'm not against having children, but it'll happen when the time is right. Do I want a wife? Yes, I want a wife. I don't know if I'll exactly get quote unquote legally married, because these marriage laws are absolutely sinister with how they treat men. What if she ends up cheating or some shit happens and we get divorced? She takes half of a fortune that I've created. You know what I mean? So, but yes, do I want a woman in my life for the rest of my life? Yes, I do. Do I want to have offspring eventually? Yes, I do. Will I go back to a real job? You mean a 9 to 5, some shit like that where I'm working for somebody else? No, never. I enjoy working for myself. I am building my empire as we speak. So, never. Hey, Tyrone, who do you admire the most in DBZ universe? I personally admire Yamcha because he smashed Bulma first. Who do I admire most? I would have to say that I admire. Let me think. I admire Gohan the most. I admire Gohan the most because Gohan is, in a way, he's more pure of heart than even his father, because he's not a fighter. He's a man of peace. He's a scholar. I admire him so much, and I like him a lot because he is extremely powerful. And I remember finding out that Gohan was supposed to be the main character at one point, actually, of Dragon Ball Z. And they tried going with it and it really didn't work. Because he, like, think about it, Mr. Gohan was like, arguably he was like the most powerful character in there at one point, and him defeating Cell and just all that stuff, But he's so pure of heart, he doesn't even like to fight. And I admire that because that's like me. I don't like to fight. If I fuck you up, you brought a part out of me that I don't want out. And it's kind of like with Gohan. He suppresses it. He's got this hidden extreme power. And I admire him for being able to suppress that and be a good man and to develop his mind. But when it's time to defend friends and family, he's able to do that. Okay? That's why. How big is my dick? Big enough to bust any woman's ass. And never forget the name of Tyrone Magnus. What was your motive to start YouTube in the first place? I've been told for years that I should have been on TV, and I decided to try my hand at giving my personality online, and it worked. Finally said it's time to introduce myself to the world, and let's see if everything everyone has been saying about my personality is exactly what it should be. Next, which fictional character would you want to live? Which fictional universe would you want to live in? Marvel, DC, Dragon Ball Z, or Star Wars, and why? God damn! You picked like all the best universes in the world. I pick See, here's my thing. I want to live my life in peace. And every single one of these universes is so fucking chaotic that you need superheroes to save people. I'm trying to think of the one which is less chaotic. I would probably say Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is probably the least chaotic. But the problem is, all of them have threats that could destroy the world. They got the Death Star, Dragon Ball Z, people can destroy it. The people living on the planet can destroy it. DC, just people powered up like Superman, they're able to do. Marvel, Galactus, I pick Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z's, but man. God damn, this is hard. Shit. I don't know, man. Maybe DC, because then I could be friends with Superman. Fuck. Damn, man, you stumped me on that. I'm gonna have to come back to that. I might have to answer that in another one. But for now, it's between Dragon Ball Z and DC. Yeah. Fuck. You're killing me, man. Thanks for that question. That was a good one. I don't think about that longer. If you have your own superpowers, what would you have? Well, unless I achieve immortality through my normal human means, I would pick immortality. Just invulnerability or something like that, whatever you want to call it, that's what I would pick. Not ever being able to be harmed by anything. Invulnerability, I think I would pick. I would love, and that flight would be next, because I would love to fly or teleport. But it still doesn't keep me invulnerable. What if I fly into something by accident, or I teleport into something by accident, that type of thing. When do you plan on bringing the gym videos back? Recording funny things you notice at the gym, etc. I don't know, because I don't have a consistent workout partner. So when I do get that, you'll get the workout videos again. Before it was with Sarah, so it was different. What type of music are you into, Tyrone? And who are your favorite bands or artists? I mean, I like a lot of things, man. You know, everything from being black and stereotypical, you know, rap, R&B, jazz, you know, stuff like that. I like classical music. I like soundtracks. I like orchestrated music. You know, there's a lot of music I like. I like rock and roll, some metal. You know, I'm not into I'm not into that. You know, I'm not too far left, or too far right. You know, I'm a lover of music in general. Growing up, you know, I liked, you know, like Wu Tang and LL Cool J and Ice Cube and you know, there's a lot of people I liked, man. But Michael Jackson is my favorite musician of all time. Period. Michael Jackson is my favorite of all time. If Mamba Jumbo grew an extra pair of feet on her body for every time you opened the door, what would you do? I would just leave her where she is because something is wrong. Sorry, Mamba. Love you. I'll leave you with you and your feet. Have you ever had any doubts about quitting your job to do YouTube? Yeah, because you know, it's because you don't know if it's really going to go the way you want it to go. Yes, in the beginning I did have doubts. I actually could have quit a couple months before I actually did quit, but I wanted to make sure that the money I was earning was consistent, so it was enough to take care of me. So yeah, it's very scary, but once you do it, there's nothing more freeing. If any, what are your plans in terms of making your YouTube grow faster than it already is? I'm going to be partnering with a new network soon, and they have certain ways of helping me grow. So we're going to implement some of those plans and see exactly what it is. But I've noticed that, you know, I'm just going to continue to do what I do, though, and that's going to be continuing to bring you all of me, all the time, continue to evolve and just be me. Because that's what y'all love. Y'all love me being me. So as long as I'm doing that and I'm consistent, you know, people like consistency, you know, so that's what I'm going to continue to do to grow it. You know, when you hit a milestone for subscribers, will you be doing anything big? For example, most YouTubers did something crazy like jump off a plane when they hit 1 million subscribers or whatnot. What would you do? I've always told y'all that if I reach 1 million before Batman v Superman comes out, I'm going to see about getting a theater to do a meet and greet. And it's just going to be us. There's going to be nothing but Magnusites in this theater. Fucking IMAX theater watching Batman v Superman together. So if you want me to get to 1 million faster, make sure you're telling all your friends about me and family about me all the time. Make sure you post every single one of my videos on your personal Facebook pages, your Tumblr, your Twitter, your Instagram. Make sure you let everybody know, because I'm going to do a big meet and greet. I'm going to talk to you. I'm not big on signing autographs, but if y'all want that, I'll do that, you know. But yeah, taking pictures with me, autographs, get to talk to me, all that shit. And then I'm going to get my seat right in the middle of the IMAX theater, and y'all all pour in, take your seats. We're all going to say, 1 million subscribers. Woo! Start damn film! And we're going to watch Batman v Superman, and we all get to react together. And I think that would be absolutely incredible. Let me change this damn seat, because it is really fucking squeaky. You're pissing me off. Son of a bitch. Alright. Piece of trash. Much better. Okay. What is next? Nice long video. What was my longest relationship? My longest relationship was with Sarah. That was 7 years long. Have you ever done a movie audition role of any kind in the past? Please shout out on your video. Yeah, I've actually done a few different voiceover auditions for different things. Small stuff. Nothing big though. I was an extra in a couple of things, but that was about it. You know, one thing is kind of funny because people will say to me, but you're an actor, but I haven't seen you in anything. Doesn't mean I'm not an actor. That's like saying, you're a singer, where's your album? Well, just because I have an album doesn't mean I'm not a singer, you know? After I won IMTA, I put the acting to the side because it was very expensive for me to travel to do auditions all the time. Okay, I maxed out literally all my credit cards. I had more than $10,000 in debt in credit cards and other things because of all the money that I spent on my acting career. So it's not easy, and the more successful I become at YouTube, I figured eyes will see me, and it's starting to happen. So it's not as expensive. People come to me, they let me know when they want my talent. And also, eventually I'll make enough to where I'll be able to go on these auditions. So don't worry, you guys will know about them when I get them too. How old are you? I already said that. What's your favorite DBZ character and why? It's Goku. No, I'm sorry, not Goku. Vegeta. I love him because he's a man. You know, let me get a drink real fast. Vegeta is a man's man. That's why I like him so much. He's a man's man. I love his voice. I love the pride. I love the grit. I love the sometimes the callous fucking disregard for what the fuck you want. I just love him, man. Something about him is just the fucking shit. Yeah, I remember seeing in an anime magazine a few years ago. I remember seeing a poll they did. Vegeta won out as the most favorite Dragon Ball Z character. Let's see here. What different things in the media would you be interested in doing in the future? When I got out of IMTA, my big thing was commercials. I always wanted to be the commercial guy. I want to be the guy who does a string of commercials that everybody fucking loves, and you can't wait until he's in a commercial again. Whether it was like the 7-Up guy or the Allstate guy, are you in good hands? You know, him, or can you hear me now? Good! You know, like those type of guys that are consistent. You know, the Sonic guys that are sitting in the car talking to each other. I always wanted a gig like that because commercials were nice, short, and fun. And, you know, it's just something about them that I really like. Let's see. What famous movie star would you like to work with? Right now, it's a toss-up, man. The Rock. I like to work with The Rock. I think me and him would work good together. He's one of my inspirations, and I think it would work. Let's see here. What will happen after you get to 1 million subscribers? I'm going to keep going on to 10 million subscribers, and more and more and more. Can you do more Tyrone Magnus plays, like maybe Grand Theft Auto 5 or horror games? Just so you know, I'm only going to do games that I'm interested in. So I don't play Grand Theft Auto. If there are horror games that I'm interested in, you'll get them. Don't worry, I'm interested in a lot of popular games out there, so don't worry. And I'll try to get more out to you. I really will. Let's see, what motivates you to do reactions and upload them to YouTube every single day? It seems like it would become repetitive, so you must have some type of motivation. Well, the motivation is that there's always something different. You know, it's always something different. You know, someone told me, stop, you know, uploading so many videos a day because you'll run out of material. I'll never run out of material because people are always making videos. How can I run out? We have thousands of YouTube channels online. How am I going to run out of material? I'll never run out of material. So I never get bored because there's always something new for me. Let's see here. What kind of car do I have? I have a Honda CRZ. Interesting story about that. It's a black Honda CRZ. 2015 model. Yeah. And I was looking for a car, and I was torn between that and Lancer. rally art and that at the time because my other car was dying on me. I was forced to buy a new car. I wasn't going to go get a new car. The next new car I was going to get was going to be a Jaguar XKR. It was not going to be that. But I was looking online and said, you know what? I like that. I'm going to go get that. I always like CRXs. So I went and got it. That's when I found out it was a hybrid. I didn't even know it was a hybrid, but I drove it. I liked the feel of the car. I liked the look of the car. And at the time, I was also thinking about, was it the Subaru BRZ? And it was a little bit steeper than I wanted to, but I should have because I have the means to get a car like that now. That's what I should have. Who knows? I might go trade that one in and go get a BRZ, but that's what I drive. What's your opinion, Lucha Underground? I don't know because I haven't seen it. Please don't ask me reaction questions here. Like this is a Q&A. Do you believe in God? I believe that God is definitely a possibility. I'm not sure anymore because of things that I've gone through in my life, but I'm not religious anymore. What is your favorite food? Jeez. Well, I'm going to go back to an old favorite. When Tyrone is out and about, usually whenever I would go out to dinner, if there were ribs, I got ribs. I can never go wrong with ribs. It would either be ribs or steak. But because I got ribs at home less than I got steak at home, ribs was always my thing when I went out. So if you know some good barbecue, let me know. I plan on converting to totally vegetarian sooner or later, but I'm weaning it out. Every once in a while, I still eat meat. What do I find more interesting in comics? Heroes or villains? Heroes. People can say that they're one-dimensional, but I really don't think that heroes are really all that cut and dry. I identify with a lot of heroes, I think, also because I'm not tooting my horn, but I feel as though I'm a good person, and I like helping people, and I know myself, I'm a much more complicated character than just that, the reasons why he does what he does and the conflict with saving people and doing certain things, certain heroes have done things that would be considered villainous, so, yeah. Villains, they can be interesting to me. I think what's interesting is with my acting career, I think I'd be best fit to play a villain because of my voice, my demeanor, things that I can do. I'm able to bring villain out better than I can bring out good guy. I feel like good guy I'm being me, but with villain, I get to explore this whole side of me that would be there if the wrong parents had me. You know what I mean? Have you ever had any doubts about quitting your job? And I said to answer that. Tyrone, I was wondering, do you think you can react? I'm not doing those questions. Could you please do more? Try not to. How big is your penis? I already did that one. Ask your mom. Have you ever been to Canada before? If so, where did you go? No, I haven't been to Canada. I have a friend that lives up there. And I was going to go visit, but things happen, so I ain't go. I ain't got no reason to go right now. Age 15, what was your height? Worried 15-year-old. Don't worry about your height. That's an insecurity. You can pull women either way. Don't even fucking worry about that, man. And I don't know how tall I was. I didn't know how tall I was until I was a senior, and I think I was like 5'11" or something like that. And I'm still 5'11". Vegeta or Goku? Vegeta. Let's see. Because they asked who my favorite was. If you could crossbreed two animals, what would they be? I can't believe I'm actually thinking about this one. I don't know. I really don't know, y'all. I have to pass on that. Will you play WWE 2K16? Probably not. I'm not into wrestling video games anymore. What is the origin of Magnus? I actually got the name Magnus from a nickname. From what I understand, they actually called Magneto that. And at the time, X-Men versus Street Fighter was very popular, and also Marvel superheroes before that. And I was really good with Spider-Man. Spider-Man was one of my favorite characters for a very long time. And I remember I started using Magneto, and I remember just how dominant how I was able to dominate people with that character. And I always thought it was just so cool, just the regalness, the power that he possessed, the helmet, the cape, just something was so fucking cool about Magneto. And then I remember reading and someone called him Magnus in the comics or something, and I was like, that's a cool fucking name. And then there was like a power lifter named Magnus, and then I was just like, yo, I'm adopting that name for myself. And I looked up what it meant, and it can mean big, it can mean great, it can mean large, it can mean magnificent. And part of the reason why I've been thinking about changing the names because, black people here have slave names, or they're slave owners, which is not our real name. And because I always wanted to be different from my father, I always wanted to be something much greater than what he was. I said Magnus is a very fitting name to adopt. Since I didn't see my father as being very great, I wanted to be greater. So Magnus is why I picked. That's why I picked Magnus. 9 plus 10, 21. What is the first thing you would do in a zombie outbreak? Oh, Lord. Get my gun. And buy more guns. And more guns. And more guns. And more guns. And have plenty of ammo with laser pointer. With laser. Y'all know when I say laser. Yeah. All that shit, okay? And hopefully, I'll have my private island by then, so I won't have to worry. I'll just fly on out there. And while you're all having your asses chewed out by zombies, I'll be sipping out of coconuts until the plague passes over. Okay. Excuse me. Predator versus Indominus. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, okay. Predator's smart enough to take that down. I think the Predator would win. John has 5. Jesus Christ. John has 5 apples and gives you 2 of them. Gives 2 of them away. How old is he? I don't know. What is your favorite Marvel movie? Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier. Wait a minute. Fuck. Yeah, Winter Soldier. I haven't watched it as much as I've watched Avengers. Fuck. It's probably Winter Soldier. It's either that or Avengers. That one's hard for me right there. That's really hard for me. I'll go with Winter Soldier for now, though. Ever eaten a snail? No. Let's see here. Where the hoes at? I don't know. You tell me, nigga. Mafia 3? I don't know what that is. Is that a game? Is it hard to live with so much swag? Thank you for saying I have swag. A lot of people tell me I've got it. Biggest compliment I always get from women, they say that I'm sexy. But this was developed over years, and I didn't always have it. I got it in my mid to late 20s, so how about that for a shock? And it's nice living with it. It's nice. Xbox or PS4? PS4. I've always been a PS4, a PlayStation type of guy. They're my go-to every single time. Although I've heard Xbox One's has some really cool stuff on it now. What made you want to start YouTube? Will you ever come to visit England? Yes, I will be coming to visit England. 1 million subscribers. I have a few friends that I've made in London, and I plan on coming to London. I had actually planned on coming to visit London sometime in August or September. I'm not sure yet when I'm coming, but I plan on being there this year. I have some things to do there. So, yeah. And what made me want to start YouTube? It was kind of like I thought about it like this. You remember when I remember hearing a story about Bruce Lee and how Bruce Lee came to America and he was trying to make it big, and he just kept hitting, he just kept having the door slammed in his face, and people weren't ready for a Chinese superstar and all this shit. So I remember, to some fact, I've kind of heard the story in a couple of different ways, but it's kind of like, well, he went back to China and made a loud sound over there so that America heard it and noticed him. And I heard someone said something to the fact of, he figured, well, if he couldn't get in the front door of Hollywood, he was going to go through the side door. And it was kind of like that for him because he became so popular in China that America took notice and said, hey, come here, and we remember you, come here. And that's kind of how it was. I knew that I didn't have the money to go on all the auditions and things like that. So I said, who knows, maybe I can make a name for myself online, and then maybe that way I'll get noticed. And I have been so far, so we'll see how more successful this becomes. How are you? Pretty good. Well, is this the same questions again? That's weird. Hold on a second, y'all. It was like it, I don't know, like it. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right, hold on. How will you celebrate 1 million subscribers? I already told you that. How often do you use your brain? Every day, all the time, constantly. Which activities or hobbies make you lose track of time? Lifting, when I'm in the gym, and watching videos, watching TV, stuff like that. Uh, Having conversations, stimulating conversations with people that I really connect with. I could talk for hours with people that I really connect with about just everything, philosophy, living life, everything. Do you have a blog? No. If you had 24 hours to spend any way you wanted and money wasn't a concern, what would you do? Like, everyone asks this question, don't they? I don't know. I'd go to one of those beautiful, super rich countries and see what it's like to eat the food, to mingle with the women, to drive the supercars, to do all those things, to see what it's like to actually live that way, to see if it's something that I want, because I don't know. I don't know any billionaires, that's what I would do. Kind of like where they went and Fast and Furious, the last one, they had the supercar and the chic and all these women, and I thought that was really cool. And the last question here that it's allowing me to see, because every time I refresh it, it's the last one. What has been the most important decisions in my life? Well, most important decisions in my life, one was starting to take accountability for myself as a man and to become responsible for every decision that I make as a man, and to realize that I am where I am in life because of my decisions, not anyone else. They're my decisions. Yes, people do have an influence on your life, and you can't help the hand that you were dealt. Okay, so you can start rich, you can start poor, but you can still start poor and end up rich. You can still start rich and end up poor, and I mean that in many ways, not just financially. Okay, so when I really realized that was the most important decision that I ever made, is to become 100% accountable for myself, because when I did realize that, I realized that I could create the life that I wanted for myself, because I was no longer letting life affect me. I was causing life. All right, y'all. So that was pretty cool. I will do another one pretty soon. Let me know how you guys like that one. I am totally spent. I've given you all of my energy in this video. I'm actually getting a little tired. That's how much energy I gave y'all. So I appreciate it. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Let me know if you want more. And if not, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. 1 million subscribers. Woo!